I'm always very emphatic in my workshops to say that this is not a dance workshop, it's a meditation workshop. And, well, this surprises people in two ways, because they think it is a dance workshop because we're doing movements, and also we have ideas about meditation. And of course, traditionally the idea we have of meditation is you sit cross-legged, still. Now, personally, and I've been involved in meditation for like 30 years now, I still find sitting difficult. Not because I can't sit still for an hour or so, I can do that. What I find difficult is the constant chatter of my mind. So why I call the movements meditations is because rather than just letting the mind run on and on and on and on, one of the things the movements do is give the mind something to do. For me, what I find difficult about sitting meditation is that there's nothing to do. The mind has nothing to do. So in movements we give, as well as the body, giving the body something to do, of course through the movement, we give the mind lots to do. As I often say, when the mind has something to do, it's happy. When it has nothing to do, it just thinks and blah, blah, blah. All the thoughts, those endless thoughts that we all know about. So in movements we give the mind lots to do in various ways. The movements are not improvisational or expressive movement. They're very structured, they're very formal. We learn series of postures, series of movements. So we have to remember them. That's one thing the mind has to do. Often they're quite complex sequences. We're counting. We're constantly counting. Which, by the way, is another reason people might feel sometimes scared of the movements, because they think counting, this is like mathematics at school. But of course it's not. Another way we use the mind as a way to keep the mind in the present moment is we constantly ask, I constantly ask the participants to put their attention on their body. The body, obviously, is always in the present. So if we put our attention there, that immediately helps bring us to the present. So in movements we're often what I call tracking the body. We're observing exactly what we're doing, so that we're not doing it like a robot. We're conscious of the arm or the leg moving in a certain way or through a certain number of postures. And plus, we ask people to what we call sense their body. That simply means to feel it physically. It's like we all inhabit a body. We all live in a body. Obviously we do. Everybody knows that. But the thing is, most people just know that as a concept. It's like, I look down, there's my body. It's there. But it's almost like a concept of a body. I don't really have any physical feeling of it. Unless part of the body aches. When I have a headache, I feel my head. When I have a backache, I can feel my spine, my back. But it's not that my spine or my head physically disappears when there's no pain there. It's still possible to sense, to have a physical sensation of my body. And this is one of the things we ask people to do in movements. So I'm doing lots to keep the mind here, counting, putting the attention on the body, feeling the body in a physical way.